Dear students, welcome to Learn PCM. We are going through a series of session for the chapter factorization, and this is session number 8. We are going through the part 1 for the factorization, which is for the students of classes 6 to 9. We are dealing with the basic types, or you can say the methods, how to factorize one by one. We are dealing with such type of expressions. Like here we have taken one expression, and this is going to be type 4, type 5. Okay, till type 4 we have started with type 1, and we have completed till type 4. And I know very well that many of you know it, but still I have gone through these types all because I am dealing with the basic concepts, so that the students who afraid of this word factorization, they can deal very easily, or they can do it very easily. Okay, so and I have given the easy ways to factorize those type of expressions. Okay, so from type 1 we have completed till type 4. You can refer to those videos. I will be putting my link. I'll be giving the link of those videos in the description box, so you can go through those. And now today we are going to talk about type 5, which is related to this type of trinomial expression. Okay, you can see here that this is a trinomial expression. You can see there are three of the terms, and the expression is of this type, that is x square plus bx plus c. Now what we have to do in this case, that we are going to do. So for this, let us take one of the example, and then we are going to start doing this type of expression. Okay. So if we take, suppose I am taking very first one as say, let me take m square plus 13m plus 42. Okay, so this is our one of the expression which we are going to do right now. For such type of expression, you can see that this is of the form x square plus bx plus c. You can see here this is of what form? X square, first term square. Okay, then this is your b. This is again, since it is x, so this one is, we have taken x, so here also you can see bx, and plus this is one constant term, so c. You can see that this expression is just of the form of this expression, right? So how to factorize such terms? Let us try to understand. For such terms, for such expressions, what we should do, we should always consider the last term, that is the constant term. We should consider always the constant term. First step is to consider constant term, and then find the factors of constant term, find the prime factors of constant term. Okay, what is the first step? Step 1, let me write in steps so that you'll be clear with the um, method. That in the very first step we take constant term. Okay, constant term, take constant term. Then second step is what? Find prime factors of constant term. Find prime factors of constant term. Okay, so you have to find prime factors. So let us take, this is 42. You can see this is 42, which is constant term. You know very well what is constant term, which has no any variable attached to it. Okay, so this is single term which is constant here in this expression. So this is your constant term. Now we are going to find the prime factors. So for prime factors, we'll start from 2, right? So it is going to give you 2 times, and then 1, then then 3, it will not go by 2, so 3 7 times, and then 7 1 time. Okay, now what is the use of this factorization? What we are going to do, we'll write all the prime factors of this factorization. You can see we are having 2, 3 and 7, and also consider this 1, this unique number 1, along with these factors. Okay, so not only prime factors, we will say here that we are going to find all factors of this constant term. Actually, we will be able to find out um, the thing which we want. What is our requirement is to just take out these numbers. Okay, so we have taken out here, it is 2 3 7 1. Okay, now we know very well that 2 into 3 into 7 into 1 is going to give you 42 for definite, for sure, isn't it? We know very well that 2 into 3 into 7 into 1 is going to give you ultimately 42. What is your motto right now? Your third step is what you have to do. You have to arrange these factors. Okay, you have to arrange these factors in such a way that you get addition of the two terms. Okay, you have to find out of these factors, you have to arrange these factors in such a way that the sum you get as equal to b and the product you get equal to C. So C is this one, 42 is C only. This is your C, 42 is C, and B here is what? It is 13, plus 13. So you need to get plus 13 here and you need to get 42 as product here. So for product, you need not to worry, because whatever way you are going to consider here, that will ultimately give you the, after multiplication, that will ultimately give you what? 42. But for the sum, you have to check out that how to arrange in such a way that you get the sum as 13. Let us try to find out here. It is 2 into 3. We can arrange these two together. We can make the pair of these two and we can make the pair of these two. What you will get? 2 into 3 will be what? 2 into 3 is giving you 6, and 7 into 1 will be what? 7 into 1 is giving you 7. And if you add them up together, if you're going to find the sum of these two, you are getting 13, isn't it? Is it equal to 13? You are getting 13 here. If it is 13, then check for the sign. What is the sign here? You can see that you are getting 13. Here also it is 13. Here also 13. That means you are getting equal to B. Your 13 is equal to B. That means this one. You have got your B as 13. Right. You can see this is here. B is what? B is equal to 13. So here also B is equal to 13. It means this motto is completed. Now check for the sign, whether the sign is a problem or is it same. You can see here you are getting sign as plus. Here also you can see the sign is plus. So there is no any problem. You are getting the same number after addition. Isn't it? As we wanted. What we wanted? We wanted the sum of prime factors equal to B and product of prime factors equal to C. This was our motto. We are getting here, you can see here the product we have arranged. Now you have to arrange. So here what we have done, we have arranged, we have taken these two together, we have multiplied these two. 2 into 3 we have got 6. Then we have multiplied these two. 7 into 1 we have got 7. When we are adding them together, 6 plus 7 we are getting 13. अच्छा, अगर हमने इस तरह नहीं किया होता और कुछ और कर लिया होता, अगर इस तरह करते कि 2 को अकेले एक रहने देते, and if we would have added 3 into 7 will give you 21, 21 into 1 will give you what? 21. So 21 plus 22, 21 plus 2 will give you what? 23. So here our motto is not fulfilled. यहाँ पे हमें addition क्या मिल रहा है? 23 मिल रहा है, which is not required here. Which is not equal to B. It is not equal to B. Because we want 13. We want 13 here. Since here the sum is giving you what? It is giving you 23. So this type of addition is wrong for us. It is not applicable here. So we have to arrange. You have to think about it, that how to arrange it. You have to find the way to arrange it in such a way that the sum should give you, sum should be equal to this middle portion, that B. Okay. If you are going to arrange like this, 2 into 7, suppose you are doing if suppose you are taking 2 into 7 together, so it is giving you what? 14. And if you are taking 3 into 1, so if you take 3 into 1, you are getting what? You are getting 4, sorry, 3. Now if you are going to add them up, if you add them, you are getting what? You are getting 17. Suppose you don't want to add, let us see if after subtraction you are getting or not. 14, suppose you are having this as plus, and say you are having this as minus. Keep any one of the number as minus, suppose. So you are getting, suppose, minus. In that case, you will get what? 11. So in both of the cases, you are not getting b, that is equal to 13. That is why we have chosen only this pair, that these two are to be taken together. They are going to be multiplied. We are getting 6, and then these two together are taken, they are multiplied, and again we are getting 7. Then when we added, we got 13 as our sum. And this is to be used here. This is known as, when we are going to apply this, in place of this 13, we are going to apply this. In place of this, what we are going to do? We are going to apply this combination. What we have to do? Let us see. See, what we have done, we are having the given expression is what? Given expression is m square plus 13m plus 42. You have to put the combination over here. So how to put? And see, one more thing, you can see here that we have taken 6 into 7 when we are doing 6 into 7. Here, this is 6 plus 7, 13. And then also to check whether we are doing correct or not, just make the product. Find the product also. 6 into 7 is what? 42. You can see you are getting C also. Isn't it? You are getting C. This is how you have to do. That sum of the prime factors should be B and product of prime factors should be equal to C. So the same combination we are getting. This combination is giving you correct information. 6 plus 7 is giving you 13 and 6 into 7 is giving you 42. Both of our requirements are fulfilled here with this combination. So we are going to put in place of 13. What we are going to put here? Our next step is what? Here, let me write the step also. The next step is put the combination. Put the combination. Let me write combination only. Put the combination. Here, let me see. Combination in place of B. Okay, so in place of B, so here B is what? This is B. So in place of B, we are going to put what? We will put 6 plus 7. Just put 6 plus 7. This is M plus 42. Actually, this is not required to be written in this way. We directly write, after opening the bracket, we directly write. How to write? Let's see. We just can write like this. M square plus, simply you write 6M. Okay. When this is going to be multiplied, what? You will get 6m, and when this is multiplied with this, you will get 7m. So instead of writing 13m, we just splitted it. 13m is splitted here. You will write 6m plus 7m. Are you getting me? It is 6m plus 7m, and this C is to be noted down as such. There is no change in this third term. Okay. Then what? What you will do after this? Make the group. You can see we are now having 4 terms here. Actually, the very first motto of our factorization is to bring the trinomial, to change the trinomial into 4 terms. Okay, here you can see you are having now 4 terms, 1, 2, 3, 4, so that you can get pair. To bring them into 4 terms, what we have done, we have splitted the middle term. So there we can say that it is actually by splitting method. By splitting middle term. By splitting middle term. What we are doing? We are just splitting it, isn't it? This 13, this middle term is splitted over here in the form of 6 plus 7. Further, we have changed, we have just opened the brackets, and then what we have got? 6m plus 7m and plus 42. Then again, what you will do? You are just going to make the pairs out of it. It will give you m square plus 6m. This is 7m plus 42. This is giving you what? When you are going to take out m common, Out of this, take out the common. You are getting m as common. Take m inside. 1m will be remaining here. So m inside plus here 1m has gone out. So what is remaining? 6. Because after taking out common, whatever is left out part, we put it into the bracket. Okay. Next, plus. You can see plus is common. So take it out. 7 out of these is common. So let us take out 7. What is remaining? M, again plus, and if 7 is taken out as common, what is remaining here? Since we know 7 into 6 gives you what? 42. So this is remaining. Put it inside. Okay, 7 is taken out, 6 is remaining. Now check whether you are going in correct direction or not. For there is one check is there. How to check? What to check? You can simply check by looking at this bracket. Just check whether the brackets are equal or not. You will see here brackets are equal. See, here also you are getting same m plus 6. Here also you are getting the same m plus 6. The result here inside the bracket are the same. That is your check. Check for the brackets. Check for the bracket. Okay, bracket terms you can say. If they are equal, it means you are on the correct path. You are doing correctly. There will be no problem further also. And from here, what you are going to do? You can see that this has become single term and now this has become single term. यहाँ तक हमने देखा कि हमने क्या किया पहले कि split कर दिया middle term को. Then we have got 4 of the terms, 1, 2, 3, 4. फिर हमने इनकी pairing कर ली. We have just made groups out of them. Then what we have done, we have changed this 4 terms to, we have brought them into a reduced form to 2 terms. अब यहाँ पे हमने इसको 2 terms में convert कर दिया by taking out the common. This is one term, this is the second term. Out of this 2 terms, again find out what is the common. You can see it is very easy to find out. The whole bracket is common, isn't it? You can see this whole bracket is common over here. When this is common, simply take it out. Make it out. Make it as common. Take it out. What is remaining? As I told you, when once the common part is taken out, whatever is left, keep it inside. So m is left out. Then what? Plus is left out. Then what? 7 is left out. Put it inside. So finally, what you are getting this as one factor, this is one factor, because in between these two brackets, we have only and only sign of multiplication. It shows that this is one factor, this is the other factor. So you can say this is first factor and this is your second factor. This is how you can factorize this trinomial of the form x square plus bx plus c. And we call such type of factorization as a splitting middle term. Okay, we call this as a splitting middle term. Understood? Let us do one more example. Let's try to do some examples or maybe one or more. If the video will. Okay, let us see. Say if you are having a square, okay, a square plus 25a minus 54. See, it is a square plus 25a minus 54. We have to factorize this. Now, how to factorize? What I said. Simply first step is to check which of these terms is constant term. First of all, check whether it is related, whether you are able to relate with this type of term or not. X square plus bx plus c. So here what will be x in, you can see this is a square, this is x square. It means what? The constant, this here the constant in the very first term, the constant is only 1, isn't it? The coefficient is only 1. Here also the coefficient is 1. Here b is what? You can say here b is equal to, when I'm talking about b, it means I'm talking about the middle term. This is written in terms of a, so don't get confused with it. Okay, so b is equal to 25. And what is c here? C is minus 54. Okay, Now here the constant term is what? 54, isn't it? So what is the next step? We have taken out the constant term. Now next step is what? You have to find the prime factors. Okay, let us try to find the prime factors. 2 times, then 7 times, then 3, 9 times, again 3 times, again 3, 1 time. Okay, let us check if we have done correct or not. 2 3 is 6, 6 3 is 9, 9 3 is am I wrong? 2 3 is 6, 6 3 is 18, 18 3 is 54. Yeah, I am absolutely correct. What I was thinking about, I don't know. Okay, so what it is, we are getting here 2 into 3 into 3 into 1. Okay, 2 into 3 into 3 into 3, 1. Now you have to arrange, you have to make pairs out of in such a way that you get the sum as 25. So you have to arrange this 2 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 1. How to arrange? And yes, the product should be 54. So therefore, for product, we should not be worrying about it. Why? Because ultimately we are going to, when the vectors are going to be arranged, still the ultimate product will be 54 itself. So no need to worry about C part. But yes, you have to worry about middle part. Okay. Now see what we have to do. If we arrange this as 2 into 3, it is giving you 6, and 6 into 3 is what? 6 into 3 will be 18, and 18 plus 3, if you do 3, let us see if you are going to take 2 into 3 into 3, what you are getting? 2 3 is a 6, 6 3 is a 6 3s are 18, and then remaining part is 3 into 1, you are getting 3. But when you are going to add them up, are you getting 25? No, you are not equal to 25, it's equal to only 21. It means you cannot take this pair. Though you are getting the product as 54, 18 into 3 will give you product equal to 54, but still you cannot use this pair. You cannot use this pair because the sum is not 25. So we have to find another way. So if we find another way, what we can do, let us see. What we can do? 3 into 3, 9, 9 3s are 27. Okay, here we can get what we can do. Just find 3 into 3 into 3. It is giving you what? 27. Then what else is there? 2 into 1 is remaining. So it is giving you what? 2 into 1, 2. Okay. Now what else is there? It is given that your addition should be what? Your sum should be what? 25, isn't it? So can you subtract here to get 25? Of course, yes. If you subtract here, if you put the minus sign in front of this two smaller number, you will get, if you put minus over here, you cannot put minus over here. If you will put minus over here and plus over here, what will happen? You will get minus 25, but here the in the expression you are having plus 25. So keep this in your mind. You have to be very careful what sign you are assigning to each of these pairs. So here you have to assign a sign of plus and here the sign of minus, and only the difference is the possibility, so that you will get 25 as a sum. If you add them up together, since we know that addition, if you say a subtraction, it means it is a, here you can say that the due to sign difference, definitely you are going to subtract. So what you are getting? 7 minus 2 is 5, and 25 is the answer which you are going to get, which is equal to B, which is your motto to get, isn't it? So here the combination is what? 27 and 2, and ultimately when you are going to multiply 27 with minus 2, you are going to get minus 54. Remember, the sign should be there. You have to check the sign always. See, here also minus, here also minus 54. Then here plus 25, here you are getting plus 25. अच्छा, अगर हमने इस तरह नहीं किया होता, उल्टा कर दिया होता, तो अगर हमने ऐसे किया होता कि 3 into 3 into 8, 3 के साथ हमने माइनस लगा दिया, if you would have taken it as minus 27 and plus 2, तो आंसर तो हमें 25 मिलता, लेकिन इसके साथ हमें बड़े वाले का साइन यानी कि माइनस का साइन लगता है, एंड देन द आंसर इज गोइंग टू गिव यू the wrong result, because this is minus 25 and we require here plus 25. So what you are going to do, simply change the sign, make the sign in front of 27 as plus, and in front of 2 you can bring minus sign, then it will give you 25. You will get the answer in the form of plus, and this is absolutely equal to b. ठीक है, समझ गए आप लोग। अब इसी तरह से और इसको चेक करने के लिए भी आप देख सकते हो, इफ इट इज 20 plus 27, one is plus 27, another number is minus 2. So since minus into plus will give you minus, and 27 into 2 is 54, so definitely your answer is equal to C, the constant term, which is minus 54. So you can tally, oh yes, it is equal. It means you are going on the correct path. So this is how you are going to split. Let us split this. What is our next step? We will take is, you just write here splitting middle term. Okay, let me write only splitting middle term. What will you get? It is a squared plus. Now in place of 25a, see, you can either write in this form 20 like this, as I have done in the previous case, that 20 I have just taken 27 and here it will be minus 2. Please make it plus, and then a, and then minus 54. So either you can do splitting in this form, or directly without writing this step you can write this step directly. How this can be written is this form, 27a minus 2a minus 54. You can see this splitting is done over here. Okay, so directly also you can just split this number 25a as 27a minus 2a. Okay, understood? Okay, and remember one thing, that whenever you are using splitting terms, or whenever you are trying to factorize such type of expression, please put the bar bracket in the first expression. Wherever I am showing you bar bracket, try to understand that you have to put bar bracket, so that you will be having less confusion with the plus and minus sign. Okay, so whenever you are having whenever you are given with any expression to factorize, try to use bar bracket instead of the common brackets. Okay, and further we want, whenever we have to find out the common, there you need the bracket, but when common is not to be taken out, there you can use this type of bar bracket. Okay, then what you are going to do, you have seen that here you are getting 4 of the terms, isn't it? So just make the pair. See, this is one pair and this is one pair. Again I am doing the bar bracket, I am using the bar bracket. Either you can take up or down. Since I have taken this one for splitting, so I have done it in the bottom. Okay, so make the groups. You are having 2 groups here. Let us find out the common part out of it. From this group, if I take common, here I am getting here a as common. Okay, a is here also, here also. So let a to be out. What is remaining here? A, and then plus is also there, and then 27 is there. Here, what is the common part in this? Minus. Okay, minus here also, and the common part is 2. So let us take out 2. What is remaining? Keep it inside. So here it is a, and then plus, because minus is already taken out as common, so plus is remaining. And 2 how many times? 27 times will give you 54. So this one is going to be taken out, and fine. So let us now check how to check now whether you are on right path or not. To check, simply check the bracket. What is inside the bracket here? It is a plus 27. What about this? A plus 27. Both the brackets are same. Absolutely same. Even in sign, you have to check whether the signs are equal or not. If they are equal, it means you are on the right path. Okay, this is the trick that you can find whether you are wrong or right, whether the pairing which you have done here is correct or not. For that, what you have to check? You have to check that the inside bracket is same or not. Okay, so here you can see the bracket here and the here, both the brackets are equal. Now again you can take common. So out of this, you can see here this 4 term part is reduced to only 2 terms, and out of these 2 terms, take out the common. So what is common here? A plus 27, A plus 20. That means this whole bracket is common. So A plus 27 is common here. And what else is remaining? A minus 2. So A is remaining, then minus is remaining, 2 is remaining. So these two are the factors. This is your first factor. Okay, this is the first factor, and this one is the second factor of the given expression. So this is how you should find the factorization. Okay, now we have done two of the types, two of the examples of this type of expression. One more I am telling you. Let me take with another sign thing, so that you will be able to understand. You can correlate with your practices, that how to deal such type of expression. Let me take another example for you. Say you are given with n square minus 3n and minus 40. See, this is also of the type x square plus bx plus c, where b is your given number as minus 3 and your c is what? And your c is minus 40. So you have to bring the sum as b, minus 3, and the sum and the product as minus 40. For that, what you have to consider? You have to consider the constant term, है ना. क्या करना है आप? अच्छा, अगर आप कर सकते हैं तो इसको इमीडिएटली करने की कोशिश कीजिए, और मैं एक्सप्लेन करूँ इसके पहले यदि आप कर लेते हैं तो प्लीज़ write it in the give your this one that you have done before me in the comment box. Okay, so let's try. Okay, so what we are going to do, we will take the constant term. हम constant term को लेंगे, इसका prime factorization करेंगे. So it will give you what? 2 20 times, then 2 10 times, then 2 5 times, and then 5 1 time. Okay, so let us try to find out what we are getting. How to bring this in the, how to arrange this to get the sum as this, because we want b is equal to minus 3, right? So अगर हम इसको करते हैं 2 into 2, only 2 into 2, if we take this 2 as pair, it will give you 4, and 2 5s are 10. So 1 is 4, 1 is 10. What you will get? 4 plus 10, it is giving you 14. अच्छा, minus करके देखें. 4 minus 10, it is giving you minus 6. So both are not possible. अगर हम इन तीनों को एक साथ ले ले तो क्या होता है? Let us see. 2 into 2 into 2. 2 into 2 into 2. It is giving you 8. 5 into 1. It is giving you 5 into 1 is giving you 5. Now 8 plus 5 will give you what? Sorry, 8 plus 5. It is giving you, this pair is giving you what? It is giving you 13. So it is not possible. And if we do subtraction, suppose I am doing 8 minus 3, what I will get? 8 minus 3 is giving me, 8 minus 5. So here it is 5. So 8 minus 5, I am getting here 3. Okay, but what is, do you think that I'm right here? It is giving me plus 3, whereas I need to write minus 3, right? So here something is wrong. What is wrong? Find out what is wrong. How to bring this in minus form? Simply change the sign. Give the sign of minus to bigger number. So rather than writing plus 8 minus 5, what you will do? You will write minus 8 plus 5. And ultimately you will get what? You are getting minus 8 plus 5 equals to minus 3, and 8 into 5 minus 8 into 5, you will get minus 40. Now both the parts are equal. You can see you are getting B here, you are getting C as well. Isn't it? B is minus 3, it is fulfilled here. C is minus 40, it is fulfilled here. So your pairing is in the right direction. What we are going to do next? We will just split this term, and instead of writing this term, we'll try to bring it in the form of this pair. So let's write. It could be written as n square after splitting. You can just write here splitting middle term. Okay, splitting middle term. So it will be n square minus, okay, What I will write here, 8n. Whatever is the form here, please put that variable only. Okay. So here it is n. So I will write 8n and plus 5n. Then minus 40. So what I was doing in the previous example, that I was writing only this term as in one single bracket. Now I have written after just the second. I have skipped that first, this one. Let me show you. This step I have skipped. Okay, in one single bracket I have written this directly just after opening the bracket. Okay, so don't worry, simply you can do what, split with the variable only. Okay, तो यहाँ हमने क्या किया, हाँ, so what we have done, this is 3n. So instead of writing minus 3n, we have just given this minus 3n, we have changed this minus 3n into minus 8n plus 5n. It means it is splitted. Okay, so it will give you further what, you are having here 4 terms, make the pairs, group them. Okay, 2 groups are now, you can see 2 groups are there. Now find the commons out of it. Here n are 2 n's are there, it means n, you can take out common, n common, what is remaining, n minus 8, right? N minus 8. What about this? Again here you can see what is common. Since minus is here, so let me take plus 5, and plus is, yes, plus and then 5. Remaining part is n, and minus, if plus, minus can be written as plus into minus. So plus I have taken out, so minus is remaining. So minus, and how many times? 8 times. Now check. Again, to check, what you have to do, always stop after doing this step so that you will check over there whether you are getting the common part or not. You can see here brackets are same, है ना. वैसे भी अगर आप चेक नहीं भी करते तो आपका नेक्स्ट स्टेप में आपको ब्रैकेट सेम नहीं है तो आप कॉमन ले ही नहीं पाएंगे. सो यू आर हैविंग अ चेक ओवर हियर. अगर ब्रैकेट सेम है तो यू आर गोइंग टू कंसिडर दिस अगेन इनटू 2 ग्रुप्स, and out of these 2 terms you are going to take the common. N minus 8 is going to be taken out as common in one single bracket, and whatever is remaining, that will go in another bracket. So n plus 5, and again you're getting 2 of the term. This is the first factor, and this is your second factor. Okay, so I hope with these 3 examples you have understood. In the very first example, I have taken all the plus sign. I mean, all the terms are in the plus form. Let me show you. Yeah, here you can see, here, see, where is my mouse? Yeah, you can see here, this one, this is plus sign, isn't it? Here also the plus sign is there. Okay, you can see here, this is plus, this is plus. So in the very first example I have taken both plus signs. Then in the second question, yeah, in the second question you can see that this is plus sign, this is plus sign, but the third one is the constant term is in minus sign. So you can have, you have that type of example also here. And in the third question you can see all, both B is also minus and C is also minus. So here you are having another example. Okay, and to deal, if you are having minus here and minus here, again it is, you need to consider it same as this only. Everything will be same like this. Okay, understood? So I hope you are now clear with this type of factorization, where you have the expression in the form of x square plus bx plus c, and I hope it is now very much clear to you. You can do a lot of practice regarding it. I'm providing you 2-3 questions. I hope you will be doing it. Okay. Yeah, let me give you some practice questions, and if you are able to do it, please show me your answers, or you can just give the answers in the description box, sorry, in the comment box. Okay, practice questions for you. What are these practice questions? I'm giving you some of the questions for you. First question is, say, x square plus 7x plus 12. Second question for you is x square minus 2x minus 24. And third question for you is p square minus p square plus 2p minus 48. So these are the questions, out of which all the types of question, all these three types I have done already for you in today's session. So I hope you are going to do all these three questions on your own, and yes, definitely you are going to share your answers to me in your comment box. And till then, take care and thank you. And yes, those who are the new viewers, in fact those who are watching these videos for long, and if they are having any benefit out of it, please try to share it to other students who are in your class or who need this type of videos. Please share to them so that they will also get clear with their concepts. And if you have not done the subscription, please subscribe the channel. So till then, take care. Bye bye.